Hari Om. A small analysis again on the Navavidha Bhakti Sutra of Prahalada. The 9 forms of devotion as said by Prahalada are Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Vandanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. So this is the sloka. So in this, all the 9 kinds of worships which we can do to God are told by Prahalada. So first one is Shravanam, means to hear all the divine stotras or chantings of the Lord. Next, Kirtanam, to sing songs in praise of Him, in Vishnu, in praise of Lord Vishnu. Next, Smaranam, to always think of Him again and again. So, Sadasiv Brahmendra, he told in one Kirtana, what he said, Smara Varam Varam, Smara Nanda Kumaram. So, again and again you think about Lord Krishna, who is none other than Nanda Kumara. Next, Pada Sevanam, to surrender. Next, Archanam, to worship, to do puja, Archan. Vandanam, to put namaskaram. Next, Dasyam, to be a loyal servant, or instead of saying servant, let us say devotee. Next, Sakhyam, to see him as a friend. And last one is the Atmanivedanam. So all the first 8 are easy only for anybody. Easy means at least if they try to do, they can do it. And mostly someone or the other, they will be either singing songs or next doing the smaranam or listening to so many other stotras. Next, vandanam, doing worshipping Him. And in the same way, that means no man is alone to say. He may say that he is alone and nobody is there for him to talk. But every man always talks with himself. With himself means he is talking with his own self. His self means the spirit, God Himself. So here in a way we can say that no man is single. All men are living with another person in him, that is God. So everyone will be talking to himself, that means he is talking to God. So like that. So all the other 8 types of worships, they are not difficult. All these 8 types anyone can do. But the last one, what is given, that Atmanivedanam. So this is to be given a thought. So what is this Atmanivedanam? Why that Atma, how can that Atma be offered to God? So all these first 8 we can feel with our sense organs. Like Smaranam or Shravanam with the ears, Kirtanam, Smaranam, next Varchanam with the hands, Vandanam with the hands, like that. And Kirtanam, all that with our mouth, voice. So that means we can practically see, we can understand that what we are doing. I don't say that they are material But the actions are material only. The actions what we do, they are material undoubtedly. But coming to Atma Nivedanam, Atma is not seen by anybody. We can only think that Atma is nothing but God. So Atma is a part of the Anantatma. Anantatma means the Paramatma. So the Atma or the minutest particle of the Anantatma dwells in us. And that Atma is nothing but Paramatma. We cannot see God also. So since we cannot see God, we cannot see the Atma also. If we can see God, we can see Atma. So if suppose anybody asks where is God, then we say that he is in a temple, or how is God, he is like this, he is like this. So how can we think that a part of that God exists in us? Suppose if anybody asks where is God, who is God, then we say Lord Rama is God, Lord Krishna is God. Then from that Lord Krishna, can we just imagine that a small, minute part of that Lord Krishna dwells in us? So we cannot even imagine also. And so we cannot understand the Atma and its Tattvam. So first of all, to know that Atma Tattvam, we must know that Nirvan Shatkam of Adi Sankaracharya. So here always he says that Sivoham, Atma is nothing but Sivoham. So if that Sivoham means it's Lord himself. So the Anantatma, which we cannot even visualize, we cannot even imagine, that Anantatma transforms itself into a minutest Atma which dwells in us. So that means it is not a part of the Anantatma. Part means again break. Suppose a full apple is there. You cut the apple into 100 pieces. Then each piece will be 1 by 100 part of the total apple. But here coming to Anantatma is whole. But the Atma in us also is whole only. It is not a part of that Anantatma. So that is big one. And this is small one. Nothing more than that, the difference. So because we are small when compared to this Panchabhutas, or when compared to the universe, when compared to the galaxies, when compared to the millions and millions of galaxies to which the Lord extended, we cannot even imagine how big and how to what extent he can spread. So we are only barely 6 feet tall. And an ant is the minutest, very small. So we can't expect that this Anantatma that extends to the millions and millions of galaxies, it can dwell in such a small ant. So here, that is a whole, and that same whole, W-H-O-L-E, whole, it dwells in us also. And now we understood that the whole of Lord himself, again he dwells in us. He is the guiding force, he is the driving force, he is the motivating force, he is the thought-provoking force, he is the action orientation force, whatever it is. It is he only. It is only because of he that we are able to do our activities, we are able to think, we are able to move, we are able to say, we are able to hear everything like this. Now, again let us come to the starting point. Atma Nivedanam. So this Atma, which is unseen by us, which is not visible to our naked eye, this must be offered to God. That is Nivedan. So, Atma is invisible, God also is invisible. So, the only thing how we can offer our Atma to God, the Anantatma, the whole of our Atma that is in us, that we offer it to the Anantatma is only by experiencing. Experiencing. A simple example. The big sun, which has such a big diameter, the sun is visible even in a small glass, in a big drum, and in a big ocean. How is it possible? So, in that same way, now the whole of the Atma that is in us, we surrender to the Lord, we offer it to the Lord. So, that is the final offering. That's why it has been given the last preference, I think. Because to offer this Atma to the Lord, to the Anantatma, first we can't directly do that because we must know so many other things. We must hear his praise, his stotras, next his whatever that means, his teachings, his divine books, his glory, then understand his that means understand his magnanimity, understand his vibhutis, understand his leelas. Like suppose you say that Rasa Leela. Rasa Leela, what does it show? Rasa Leela is nothing. Rasa Leela, that means there'll be, suppose you say there are some 20 gopikas, and with each and every gopika, Sri Krishna will be dancing, or he'll be by the side of her. If there happen to be some millions of gopikas, he will also be by the side of the millions of gopikas. So that is his Ananta Viswarupa. So even in that means by the side of that billions and billions of people, if we happen to think of him, he will be by the side of us. So he is not separate entity from us. So if this understanding is there, then we can offer our Atma to the Lord himself. That is Atma Nivedanam. So if we can understand the Rasa Leela is not something of romantic thought. It is not a romantic thought. It is something that we must understand that